Good afternoon, everyone. And it is a very great honor to be here with you today. And in this presentation, I present some general vision of and the standard approach from some LG electronics point of view. We can start with some general vision from some LG just now established. And in past 4 or 5 years, we explored some which can be some mega trends toward some year 2030 and thereafter. And then we still try to expect the game changer factor. Let's say some AI and immersive multimedia, robot, and advanced air mobility is clearly need to be expected in this reality as some main application. On top of that, we also have some great socio-economic demands. Let's say some ESG and the security. This would be somewhat key aspects from the trend setting toward some 6G application. In the sense, and LG is some composed of some 6G driving factors of some smart, green, and convergent. And the first smart is definitely this AI native or assisted air interface is a key player for the 6G standardization, and also it should be expected as some last mile solution on the AI-centric RAN CoreNet framework is some more sophisticated in time of 6G. And besides some AI, plug-in access and some further upgrade of a service-based architecture can be can enable some smart networking aspects. And the green aspects. First meaning of a green means that there's some low energy consumption on the networking side, which can result in some reduction of OPEX in the operator point of view. And also, even by utilizing some little bit higher spectrum, we still keep the equivalent radio coverage. So in that sense, and many of operators just insist that there is some no further network densification is cannot be some solution in the 6G. So capex leveraging is also very important aspects. Different meaning of a green means that there's some secure communication in reality field. And the last one is convergent. Convergent means that some different point of view from some 5G vertical industry convergence. We still, on some air interface perspective, we already have several times the proposal for the integrated sensing and communication, and the application aspects, digital physical fusion, and then the AAM support in the new user equipment perspective, and the TN NTN integration is another aspect of convergent. But this is a somewhat very fantastic aspects. But also we need some current situation in the global-wide business and the service approach situations. There are so many issues, and the global operator does not have some sufficient level of ROI turning point from some 5G deployment. So in that sense, and some global-wide project consensus is just made by some phased approach on some 6G technology realization. So it could be some divided by the 6G day 1 and day 2. terms of a 60-day one, really focusing on the smooth migration from the 5G advanced, in order to provide this fully orchestrated service business upgrade. In order to that, and the continued evolution for the newly emerged features from the 5G advanced is still going on in the 60-day one time. The other aspects, there are lots of some uprising industry demands. For an example, the network energy saving and the radio coverage enhancement, and then the AI native framework on the air interface and the RAN core network, and then the more resilient and the secure communication is still need to be supported in the day one. When it comes to the other mission from the day one has to successfully satisfy the ITOR's IMT 2030 RIT requirement. So in the sense, and on the other end, we can focus on how much level of 6G capabilities and TPR definition is somewhat drastically defined in the future-proof aspects. Somebody can say about that, but the other way, it can be cause some in this unnecessary efforts from the 60-day one time by the 3GPP. So currently, there's a preferred way of defining the 6G KPIs as somewhat with some moderate way. And as some result, we can start with some 6G way day one as a small evolution from the 5G advanced, but we can make we can realize the final goal of most of 6G visionary aspects can be accomplished by the 60-day 2, which can be composing of some continued exploration of a new spectrum. And then we can really have the very seamless evolution from the 60-day on feature is surely need to be continued. And then the high-end radio performance is chased from the 60-day 2 in order to realize the original hyper-immersive multimedia hand twinning, the digital twinning application. So, and then whatever we can say, the AAM and the NTN support, there might be some controversial between this, even between some industry side. But we can fulfill the full support, optimize the support of AAM and the NTN can be realized in the 60-day. This is our current view. To be honest, we also have some great efforts on some video codec standardization. So that's why we have some great chance to collaborate with our video codec guy from early this year. And then we can firstly raise some potential hyper-immersive multimedia application, and then we try to derive what is the 6G requirement. So we can list some distinguished potential application in this page, but it can be supported from throughout the 6G day 1 and day 2, and the timely manner, really achieving some radio performance can be approaching to some satisfaction of some requirement of each by each application. So firstly, we can guess when we try to control some physical precision we can support some nicely in the high quality personal XR services can be supported with some data rate requirement of from the some few hundreds and up to the few gigabps. But it could be really depending upon the some compression configuration, which is a really expertise in the some video codec aspects. And then in my sense, and really what precise data rate is derived from the some such application is really depending upon this what is the target video quality, and then by assisting the some AI processing in the some decoder side, it can make some required data rate leverage it significantly. So it could be a somewhat enabling feature from the some 6G aspects, in my sense. Yeah, so many times, and the 6G AI framework is mentioned today. But currently, when we try to look at this Release 19 aspects in this AI machine learning assisted AI interface features in 3GPP, in there, still we are just now on this individual function-based approach, and then this offline running-based approach, and the main AI algorithm is based on the deep learning basis. But in the different from the some 5G advanced, we can make some more expanded application of machine learning onto the some AI interface functions. This is the first factor, and the other way of some distinguished aspects is some quasi-online, real-time online training can be enabled in the 6G day one time. These features can be expected in up to the some 6G day one, but the far future, let's say the some 6G day two, whatever we can do, as mentioned so many times, and you can see in the some many of our presentation. But at this moment, I would like to personally ask to the what is the real meaning of a native? Native means that somebody can think about it very strictly, but we still have some 60-day ones approach on that way is if it is realized, it is really native or still assisted, it should be reconsidered, in my sense. We also have a very big business unit on the some vehicle electronics and the telematics. One thing to be clarified, and then in order to support some automated driving, we have a bunch of standardization. It's already done in the some 5G advanced. So it is a quasi-industry consensus. There is not necessary to introduce any other brand new PC5 design in the 6G day one standardization. We can successfully get the some view from the some global industry perspective. The other aspects, as I mentioned in this important future keyword, AAM, but different from the 5G NI situation, might be you can involve to the standardization. We can check in this, we can remind this 5G NR NTN standardization aspects. There was there is significant issues on the initial access and some supporting of a larger RTT. It is some key factor, but very stick to the legacy core framework is still kept. That's the reason why 5G NR cannot suitably make up some optimization. So in that sense, we are definitely can say about yes, the NTN and AAM support, the full optimization aspects can be standardized in the 60-day too, but still the basic picture and the deep consideration for such as some AAM and the NTN support can be considered even in the some 60-day one standardization phase. In that some spirit of a future-proof philosophy. Spectrum is very big chaos from now on. In my sense, and there is no way to getting the some sufficient level of bandwidth for 6G is somewhat assessed too many times. But even with when we try to getting the some suitable band in the 7 gigahertz, already checked from the some morning session presentation, lower part of 7 gigahertz is really hard to allocate it at this moment, mainly driven from the some military use. As some military satellite can sending this command message to this, the military unmanned vehicles in the air and the land. So it will be at most a few hundred megahertz can be allocated in this each operator. In Korea, it's 3 operators now there. So what I mean that the very careful study on the some coexistence issues from the every candidate of a WRC 27 just now implied some coexistence issues in the multiple usage. The other aspects, when we try to getting this the insufficient bandwidth is achieved from the such as new frequency allocation, but when on the other end, and what happened in the 5G spectrum at this moment in the commercialization field, so many times the operator assess that currently the 5G services spectrum is underutilized and not achieving over 50%. So it can be derived such as some dynamic multi-radio spectrum sharing, which is elaborated in the previous presentation from the Nokia. It can be derived from some industry side. But I would like to ask to some audience, in Korea, such a multi-radio spectrum sharing can be operated by any of our operators wish without any change of a frequency allocation regulation. At this moment, as far as I know, answer is no. But if Korean government just now have some deep investigation from how to achieve some spectrum allocation toward the 6G, I'm not pretty sure about that. But still, it may be some little change on some frequency allocation regulation. We can enable such a MRSS in the future, even in some Korean situation. 6G system architecture perspective, I can have some reassess some 5G and 6G has to be fully orchestrated, and then there's some substantial level of a radio side reuse is highly recommended from the some operator point of view, even by using the some even higher frequency spectrum is utilized. That's the reason why we still need some extreme MIMO in order to getting the some additional beam gain. It should be somewhat fully assessed in my sense. And the standalone is quite assessed from the some operator point of view. If we can have another chance to make some early drop spec, even in the 6G, based on the non-standalone based, the triple orchestration from the some LTE, NR, and 6G is expected. It is a very disastrous, so very strong momentum to support the some 6G standalone approach. Architecture has to be supported in the some initial commercialization phase. And then, as I mentioned in the previous page, dynamics multi-radio spectrum sharing has to be reconsidered from not only the technology perspective, but also the regulation perspective. Is some assessment in this how to getting this formulated in this 6G system architecture we can get in the initial time of standardization. Yes, unfortunately, in time of 6G IMT 2030 vision time, we can get some very clear TPR definition in time of the rest of the year. So it could be somewhat still continue to define the TPR values until the early 2026 from the ITR perspective, and then from this December and plenary, 3GPP also involved to the such as study and investigation mainly. So in that sense, and when it comes to the legacy TPR values, we still have some 400 megahertz bandwidth has to be referred as when we try to define several features of 6G capability TPRs. And on the other end, I'm not pretty sure about this. Somebody can say the latency and the reliability has to be always enhanced. But at this moment, we have to consider whether such an enhancement is really necessary in the 6G. We still kept it is, if there is no any further upgrade, is from the core 6G application perspective, it is our company's view at this moment. And also we have some brand new capability aspects from the three new usage scenario. It should be somewhat the assessed on the list, but might be some AI-related capability and the sensing-related capability still needs to be considered as some quantitative metric. So how to define such a metric is also need to be cared. So it will be somewhat, what is the consequence from the 3GPP discussion? It can be some viewpoint until mid next year. We can restate this 6G day one feature list. Yes, definitely the physical layer has to be a brand new numerology and the frame structure design. It should be some really focus on the new spectrum, new 6G spectrum, with I'm not pretty sure about some bandwidth, but still 400 megahertz can be referred. And also future-proof design for some AAN and the NTN is reassessed from our company's perspective. And also, finally, I can assess some brand new 6G protocol design. It means that current 5G NR, L2 and L3 RRM protocol is still based on some neutron and UTRI and the UTRAN perspective. So it should be somewhat so much lots of some less utilized aspects and so many types of duplicated the functionality is just now included in the 5G NR protocol aspects. So we have some renewed some 6G L2 and L3 RRM protocol design is strongly proposed from some LG's perspective. And the other aspects, it should be some follow with some assessed feature during my presentation. I can simply skip such features. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah.